He was the father of her children and the man she claimed to love. Now he's dead and she's behind bars, accused of taking his life. She allegedly said it was an accident, but many on social media are not buying it. Now the search for the truth begins. I'll walk you through what happened. For Law and Crime News, I'm Kennedy Walker. It's a story that's left a community searching for answers. A young father shot and killed, and the woman who allegedly pulled the trigger, his girlfriend, Hannah Cobb. But questions are swirling on social media, like what really happened to Telvin Osborne that night? Why did police wait to arrest his girlfriend? And if this was not an accident, why is Hannah Cobb not facing a harsher charge? According to police, in the early hours of Sunday, February 23rd, 25-year-old Hannah Cobb shot and killed Telvin in the master bedroom of their home, a home which they shared with their two children.
It's just very tragic that he has lost his life in this manner.
In a news conference obtained by WJBF News, Burke County Sheriff Alfonso Williams said the shooting happened after a night of drinking and an argument that turned physical. But how did the gun come into play? Well, according to an incident report obtained by Law and Crime, Cobb allegedly told police that sometime after they returned home, she was checking her firearm, something she claimed the couple did together every night. But get this, despite the incident report clearly stating that Cobb allegedly said she was cleaning her gun when it fired, Sheriff Williams says his office never received any information to support that.
Important for us to clarify that at no point during the investigation was there any information about a person cleaning a weapon.
However, Sheriff Williams made it clear this tragedy is not being ruled an accident.
It's crucial to note that the investigation has not been classified as accidental.
But if this wasn't an accident, then why isn't Cobb charged with a harsher crime like murder? And why was she not arrested on the spot? The delay sparked outrage from the victim's family and the community.
So let me get this straight, man. You mean to tell me that she told the police that she was cleaning a loaded gun and probably forgot to put it on safe, or probably didn't realize it wasn't on the safety? You mean to tell me that you was cleaning a loaded gun and all of a sudden it shot your boyfriend? And that's the story that you want everybody on social media to go with? That's the story that you want the cops to go with and believe? Man, I ain't believing that crap, man. I've cleaned guns before. And when you clean a gun, you're gonna take the clip out of the gun. You're not gonna just clean a loaded gun, because you never know who's gonna clean a loaded gun when the gun is loaded. Ain't nobody's gonna clean a loaded gun. You intentionally shot that dude, man. And I keep trying to tell y'all fellows, man, stop leaving your guns out where your woman can get your shit, man. Y'all fellas out there I made a video like this like a couple of months ago. Same incident like this, man. If you got, all you fellas out there, I understand y'all want a gun and y'all want to protect your woman and protect your family. I get all that, but you can't be leaving your gun around, man. Especially when you going into it with your woman, especially when you and your woman is arguing. You sitting there arguing with her and calling her names and everything like that, and you got your gun laying around where she can just easily run there and get the gun and aim it at you, and you probably telling her that she ain't got the heart to pull the trigger, and she ends up pulling the trigger and ends up killing your ass. Y'all fellas gotta stop doing that, man. Stop leaving your gun around where your girl can get it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all fellas gotta stop that, man. Y'all make it too easy for some of these women, man. And I told y'all this a couple of months ago, man. See, y'all fellas, and see, I even said this. I said, do not underestimate these white girls, man. Don't sit here and think for 1 second that all white women are guardian angels. Don't sit here and think for 1 second because you're not with a black woman. Black women, they'll show you better than they can tell you. They'll get violent with you depending on which black woman you're dealing with. And you think because you dating a white girl, you think some of these white girls are guardian angels. And I keep trying to tell y'all fellas that, man. Some of these white girls out there is just as cruel and violent and sneaky as some of these black women or any other women out there, man. Because you dating a white girl, you think she ain't gonna talk back to you like when you dated a black woman. I dating a white girl, she ain't gonna talk back to me, said she'll shut up when I tell her to shut up. She ain't gonna put her hands on me. She ain't gonna do none of that. All right, y'all fellas out there keep thinking that some of these white women ain't about that. You keep thinking that. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody going for that story, man. I mean, come on, man. That would be like, imagine if I ran with that story, if I tried to get everybody to believe that, yeah, I was cleaning my gun and accidentally shot Alyssa. Do you truly honestly think that Alyssa's family gonna go for that bullshit lie? Do you honestly think they're gonna go for that? No, they're not gonna believe that. Oh yeah, I was cleaning my gun and Alyssa all of a sudden just stood in the way and the gun just went off. Her family not gonna believe my story. And they're gonna want justice for that too. No different than me. If Alyssa was cleaning a gun and all of a sudden she was cleaning the gun and the gun accidentally went off and shot me, nobody in my family is gonna buy her story. No, they're not gonna buy that story. Neither of our family is gonna believe that story. Neither. Okay? That woman intentionally shot her boyfriend because she went with the story talking about it was an accident. And because he's a black guy, she's gonna sit there and say, oh, some white women, they think all black men is violent. Oh, I was scared for my life. Oh, I pulled a gun out on him. You know what? He probably wasn't the aggressor. He probably wasn't. But either way, man, I don't care if it's a white woman, black woman, Mexican woman, Chinese woman, whatever women y'all fellas out there dating, man, don't be leaving your gun around where your woman can easily grab that shit. Don't be doing that, man. You know what I'm saying? You might say something that really might trigger her on wanting to kill you. You know what I'm saying? Women can say some things to men that can really hurt men's feelings. And, us men can really say things that hurt women's feelings and trigger them to want to do harm to us. You know what I'm saying? So these two was arguing and stuff like that. And me, I'm not much of a drinker. I don't really drink. I have my limits. Alyssa drinks. She have her limits. But the one thing that me and Alyssa don't do, we don't get drunk. She has her limits and I have my limits. We both don't sit there and get drunk and act like fools. No, me and Alyssa don't do that. We have our limits. You know what I'm saying? I'm not much of a drinker. She's not much of a drinker. You know what I'm saying? But we have our limits. We don't sit there and get drunk and talk crazy one another, something like that. Hell no, man. We don't do that, man. We have our limits. Some people when they drink, they don't have no limits with each other. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like this. If I'm drinking with Alyssa and she start getting all drunk and talking all crazy to me, that'll be the last time I drink with her. And it would be the last time she would drink with me if I get all drunk and start talking all crazy and belligerent. You're both drunk and you're both getting all belligerent. That should let you know that you both should have limits. You know what I'm saying? So that's not a healthy relationship because, when a person drinks, they really let you know how they truly feel about one another, especially when they're all drunk. They let you know how they truly feel about one another. And there was probably a lot. And they say they both was drunk. So ain't no telling what the boyfriend said to her that triggered her saying that, you ain't nothing. You nothing but an old white girl and this and that. And ain't no telling what the white girl said to him. She probably called him the N-word or anything, all that other stuff. Ain't no telling how it went down with these two drinking, though. But when you're in a relationship and you both get the drinking, you're both getting the drunk, you're both getting the argument, you both need to sit there and talk and realize that, hey, we got to have our limits, man. We have kids, man. That's not good for our daughter to be saying that. And these two right here have a daughter sitting there doing all that arguing, doing all that fussing in front of that kid. And kids remember everything. Don't sit there and think all kids are stupid and thinking they're not young enough to remember everything. But I don't know, man. It's just crazy, man. I can't believe you sat there and use that as an lame excuse and saying that you was cleaning the gun and the gun went off. Who cleans a loaded gun? You know, there's nothing wrong having a gun to try to protect you and your family, though. But the thing is, man, I don't know if the boyfriend took her to the shooting range. Like, for all you fellas out there, man, if you want your woman to know how to use a gun correctly, man, and I'm just saying if her story is true. If she's telling the truth and she was cleaning the gun and he happened to stand there in the way and the gun went off and hit him, let me tell y'all fellas something, man. If you want your woman to learn how to use a gun, then you both need to go to a shooting range place. Take your woman to a shooting range place where you both can get some practice in, where you both know how to fire a gun, where you both know when your gun's on safety or not. You know what I'm saying? Take y'all, you know what I'm saying? Take y'all woman to the shooting range place if your woman wants to learn. If your woman ain't trying to learn how to use a gun, then she's got no business having a hand on a gun. I don't know who gun it was, but if it was the boyfriend, that's the mistake that you made, bro. You made a mistake by allowing someone that didn't know how to use a gun when you should have just taught your woman how to use a gun or took her to the shooting range place or how to use a gun correctly. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta take time with your woman sometime. Like if you want your woman to know how to use a freaking gun, then teach her. Take her to the shooting range place. You know what I'm saying? Teach her how to do all that stuff. But I would never trust Alyssa to clean my guns for me, and I'd do it my damn self. I said, nah, babe, I got this. I'll clean it, especially if I know she ain't got no experience in cleaning guns like that. No, I would not allow her to use a gun because she could be cleaning the gun when a gun is loaded and she might accidentally shoot herself. You feel what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. This is just crazy, though. It's just crazy, though. And she's not really charged like that. They're not really sure why she did what she did. But I can guarantee you the truth is going to come out eventually. And I guarantee you she's going to be sitting there crying, saying, yeah, my boyfriend was abusive to me. He cursed at me. He put his hands on me. He did all that. Watch now. That's going to be her defense now. Saying that he was the aggressor. And he probably wasn't the aggressor. He probably was. Maybe he was the aggressor. And if he was the aggressor, then yeah, she had to do what she had to do to put you down. That's one thing I keep trying to tell y'all fellas out there, man. You know, y'all think it's cool sitting there trying to put your hand on a woman. But you know what? If you don't respect your woman, you're going to respect that gun. You're going to respect that gun. And you know what? Apparently, he probably didn't respect that gun. He probably knew his girl knew how to use a gun. He didn't respect that gun. You think because you can talk to your woman a certain way and think you can slap her and throw her up on the bus? Don't ever get it twisted and thinking some of these women right here ain't going to get you to respect that gun. So, okay, you won't respect me, but you're going to respect that gun. So who knows what things went down, how this whole thing went down. I feel bad for the daughter. The daughter's going to grow up without a mother, without a father. You know what I'm saying? Maybe her grandparents might take her in or might send her for adoption. But this right here is just a big mess right here, people. Really a big mess. I don't know what else to say, though, man. This is just a big mess right here. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.